Welcome to this video tutorial looking at Flowol 4, and this is the second video tutorial in a number of videos I'm doing here looking at this robot mimic, which I'm going to be calling Robbie the Robot, because in the first video tutorial we got him to say this, or her. I think it's going to be a girl.
Hello, my name is Robbie.
Hopefully you heard that in the background there. So her name is Robbie. Now I looked at using sub-procedures here to make it so that we could have the mouth moving in sync with the voice, and by using sub-procedures we're basically able to do what would normally be very complicated long-winded flowcharts by duplicating the flowchart multiple times, or duplicating the sub-procedure here multiple times, so that the mouth moves in sync with the text. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at creating some kind of introductory startup routine for this robot. So let's have a think about how we're going to do that. So I'm going to move that to the side. The first thing I want to do is I want to have a new, let's go with a new sub-procedure. Let's do that. Let's drop that in here. No, I don't want to do that, honestly. Wrong. I want to start up here, and I want to have a sub-procedure in here, which I'm going to call startup. Okay, sub-startup. Let me have a think what I want to happen. Well, first of all, I want to have it so that the eyes are going to turn on, like it's coming out of some sort of sleep. So let's have a look at what happens with the eyes. Oh, I see, the eyes. That's bizarrely on, and that's off, which is a bit strange, isn't it? Normally I'd expect that to be on and that to be off, but then again, who am I, eh? Okay, well, there we go. Let's try this then. So initially what I want to do is I'm going to have it so that I want to have the eyes closed, which means I guess I have to turn both eyes on, which is a bit strange. Then we're going to have a delay. Let's have 3 seconds. Suitably long, but not too long. And then I want to have it so that the eyes are going to open, the antenna is going to whiz up, we're going to have a sound effect, aha, and then after all of that we want to have Robbie saying, hello, my name is Robbie. Okay, so let's see, how are we going to do this? We're going to have a sound effect first. I'm going to start the sound effect because I want the sound effect to happen and perhaps have a slight delay, then the aerial goes up, and then a slight delay and the eyes open. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't want to have an output for that, do I? I want to have a sound effect. Oh, dear me, I am struggling. Here we are. And rather than speaking something, I want it to actually play a sound. But what sound am I going to play? Well, I could look at some of the sounds I've got on the network drive for the department, but instead, to make this a little bit more generic for everyone, I'm going to go to the computer here, and I'm going to do a search for a suitable file on the local hard disk. So here's a local hard disk, C. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to type some search criteria in here. And I've already done some search criteria already. I'm going to do one of these again. It's going to be Windows, because I want to have a Windows sound. Oh, here it goes already. Well, okay. And I want it to be a logon, and I want it to be a WAV file. Now, at the moment, this search criteria is completely and utterly wrong. What it's looking for now is any file or folder which contains Windows, the exact phrase, Windows space logon space WAV. And I can tell you right now, there's, as far as I'm aware anyway, oh, hey up, here we go. This is interesting. Oh, so actually, this is amazing. This has been really clever. You know what? I'd have never have thought that. I'm sure with the old Windows 3.1 it wouldn't do that. It's being far too clever for itself. I am actually... Drat. It's too clever. Okay, well that's working. What I was going to do is I was going to put some stars in here. I was going to put a star there, and I was going to put a star there, and I was going to put a dot. Now in the old world of Windows, you'd have to put the stars in there because that basically means that there can be anything between Windows and login. And there can be anything after login. And the .wav says it has to be a WAV format file, which basically is an uncompressed sound file. But Windows being what it is these days, the stars are no longer relevant. Well, I feel a bit disappointed by that, I have to say. But there you go, you live and learn. I thought I was being very clever, but actually I was just being archaic. I'm a fossil. Oh well. Now, in the meantime, it's thinking to itself, and let's have a look what I have got. Now, there's a whole bunch of sound files here, which I'm not even going to bother looking at because they're 1 or 2 seconds long and they're quite small file sizes. I want to go for something that's a little bit more substantial. What have I got down here? This looks quite tasty. Let's try that. Oh, that's kind of an oriental startup. Okay. What about this one here? That's the standard one. Okay. Oh, I like that one there with the funky guitar vibe at the end. That's the one I want. So let me take that one. Let me copy that. Okay, let me just go onto desktop here. I'm just going to paste that in there. Okay, there it is. Windows login sound. That's what I want. Okay, back to Flowol 4. Let's see what I can do here. Sound. I want to browse. I want to go to desktop. And I've got that Windows login sound. There we are. Let's confirm that. So that's cool. Now, when that happens, I want to make it so there's going to be a very small delay. Let's say 0.2. And then I want to have the output working. Let's have the aerial on. So it's waking up slowly. Delay, I don't know, 0.3. Whoops, not a sound. And I want to have an output which is going to be, I'm going to have both eyes opening at the same time. Now I could be really funky here and I could have, the eyes kind of fluttering open and one then the other, I don't know, but I'm just going to keep it simple for this. You can play with that yourself. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then of course I need to then, well, let's just leave it there. Let's click on stop. Let's stop there. And then that's my starter procedure. I know there's going to be a mistake in there, but I'll fix it once you've seen the mistake. And then finally, I need to run this procedure. And I want to run this before everything else. I want to run it before this. So I'm going to throw a sub in here, which is going to be startup. And I'm not going to repeat it, just run startup. Let's see what happens.
Hello.
Ah,
My name is Robbie.
there we are. And that was the problem. Basically, because I didn't put a delay in here for that startup sound to finish, it jumped straight across to the hello, my name is Robbie, which interrupted the sound effect. So let's drop in a delay there. Now, how long is that audio clip? That audio clip, can I check it here? Apparently it's 2 seconds long. And I've already got, let's have a see, 0.2, 0.3, that's half a second. So let's have another delay for 1.5 seconds. Before let's zoom out a bit here as well. There we are, that's better. Down there's the zoom control. Okay, that's looking quite good. Zoom out again perhaps. Hopefully you can still see that. And let's try that.
Hello. My name is Robbie.
Oh, look, she's talking with her eyes closed. So what did I do wrong there? What did I do wrong? Eyes. Oh, dearie me. Okay, I've got to turn the eyes, of course. On is closed, off is open. Bizarre. Here we go, one more time.
Hello. My name is Robbie.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I like that little introduction. That's fantastic. One more thing I'm going to do here. I don't like the way that this is a sub-procedure, and then this is part of the main program, and then this is a sub-procedure. What I'm going to suggest I do, I'm going to move that to the right. I'm going to move this a bit to the left. And I'm going to suggest that I make a new sub-procedure here, which I'm going to call hello. And I'm going to move this. Okay, I'll do it differently this time. I'm going to cut that out there, and I'm going to paste it in there. Done. And let's have a see. Let's have a stop here. And let's now, I want it to start. So these are all sub procedures, and I want to make it so that when I start the program, it's going to start up and then say hello. So I'm going to run that hello there. So starts up the robot, says hello, and then I can continue to create more sub-procedures here to do different things, and then run those sub-procedures in turn for my main program. Let's just close that up and let's see what happens. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Robbie.
And then it finishes the main program. That was masterful, I have to say. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to stop at this particular point. There we go. I might do one more and I'll start to look at some more sophisticated programming. So hopefully I'll see you then.